Sorry about that. That was my drive getting full because of the amount of projects I have working on. Anyways, let's continue. Let me turn on my light as well because it was actually getting pretty... Oh my god. My eyes are bugging out. It was so dark and now it's bright. Are those squapes? Them squapes? See, that's correct English though, because them is plural. There are many squapes. Hermes and Median have found their quirk, known this age as an ambystoma. As though safely extricated from the tree, Hermes appears to have found himself in quite the predicament. Ambystoma, Hermes saw it high up in the tree. He climbed to get it, but jumped on him and he slipped. Oh no. Yeah. Fine, a little embarrassed. For your own safety, please stand back. It's actually stuck in the tree. Ugh. Hermes, are you alright? Quite alright, yes. My apologies for making you worry, Median. Both you and her. You are called intriguing names, somehow reminiscent of a new creation. Coming after me. Small lottle. Look at it. It floats on land. It's very strange. It undulates. Little one, you must be more careful. Don't you sass me. Maybe it'll fly, but doesn't mean you cannot fall and hurt yourself. Oh, I'd forgotten all about its fellows. Truly, what a relief. I must thank Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus when I returned to them. First with the distractions out of the way. As Chief Overseer of Elpis, permit me to welcome you to our facility. I hope you'll enjoy your time here. Depending how this area goes, this might be a good stopping place. I don't know how long this area is going to be. Mustn't keep others waiting. Let's return to Agnorosis. Me, Tion. Thank you. I'm definitely not the best with pronunciation, so something helps when I'm corrected. I never do appreciate that. Wait, is that actually Alpha, or is that just someone's pet? That's someone's pet, right? Yeah, someone's pet. Apologies for the trouble, owing your kind assistance, and the Vistamas are safe and well. I will presently send them back to their space if you go on ahead to the main building. On entering, you will see a table and chairs, a meeting area. We may speak there. We'll take care not to let the creature slip away again. It's a wind-up Alpha, yeah. I actually haven't seen them out in the overworld. I know they can show up. I haven't actually seen them. We have 3 Aetherites here. Big area. Well, I would assume this is going to be mostly dialogue, actually. I would assume. We could also have a dungeon here. We are due for a trial. Garlemald once. Oh, that's neat.
This appears to be the place. And here is where we part ways. We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge. and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins.
He actually makes sense with this, though. Like, that's fair.
What? Will I have to remove you by force? Let's hear them then, these reasons of yours. Who knows? If I deem your mysterious cause worthy, I may even be inclined to offer my assistance.
We are at an interesting
I do not object to
situation.
her attendance.
Ah, got him.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
It is.
Perhaps. But I believe she can be trusted. Meteion would not have taken to her so quickly otherwise. Moreover, the presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
As you wish, then. Behave yourself, do you hear?
We're also heavily armed.
Just put your weapons away, Kip.
Never.
So, it's finally happened, then.
Is it really I got more. Is it really a dinner party if you don't have your claymore at the table?
Yes, because you don't have a claymore.
Excuse you? What? Yes, I do.
You're not equipped with the claymore.
Well, not now.
Fandaniel has declared his intention to step down and named you as his preferred successor. In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the Convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure. And above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation.
Let the dude create.
I understand that
Dude, be an
you
artist.
and Daniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis after all. I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
My God.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
A torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the Convocation?
No, it's not that. For a humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Fandaniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the Star?
Of his own volition, yes, like so many others have before him.
Return to the Star? Does that mean die?
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Aetheris. Each of us, a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place, that all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it. A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return. Yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just, I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all.
He was just tired.
Oh no. I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteon outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
Very... Oh yeah, because we're actually normal size now. Or on size. Crap, didn't mean to walk. Perhaps can we go for a walk? 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 Is used differently here? Yeah. Need to bug the dude. Also jump at the chance to serve in the Convocation, and yet... Hermes gets sad when he thinks about death. When the others are sad, I'm sad too. That's how I am when he made me. Don't worry, I'm fine now. So why did you come here? You want to learn about Elpis and Hermes? Oh, teacher, I can teach you. Take turns. You tell me something and I tell you something. It will be. First, oh yes. Let's talk to Memnon. He should be here into the Aetheryte. I'm going to explain what Memnon is, so I'll have him explain instead. Accompaniment quest. Yeah, there's a big theme on accompaniment in this expansion. Aetheryte Aeon can use teleport anywhere, maybe not anywhere. Not to the ground or other isles. For that, you need teleporters. Oh, and permissions. Oh, that's how that works. So this is just local. But over here, you look like a person. You have ears. You have the ears and tail of beasts. I assume that you're familiar. Like Median, is there something you need? This teacher about Elpis. Newly arrived familiar sheet. Well, then I should be glad to introduce our fair facility to her. As you know, the mankind's duty to create a star as a better place. As a part of this duty, we employ creation magic to bring forth new life. However, we cannot simply release our works into the world for chaos. No, any and all life forms must undergo extensive testing to determine their fitness to exist. Testing, which is conducted here in Elpis. Every candidate is subject to rigorous study, which is why we identify their properties, surmise what habitats might be suitable, speculate to the effects they may have on the environment and other species. Should it be judged a beneficial addition to the star, it will be allowed to take its place in the world. Two of you two were created in the hope of making star a better place. So heed your masters well and be good, do you hear? We will meet Memnon, we will. Thanks for the lesson. I get a turn now. I get a turn. Where did you come from? Probably don't know it. I don't know much about other places. This place is important to you. I can feel it. Oh, my power. I told you about it. A creation. Let's go find a creation when not being watched. Then I'll explain my power. Fine. Where? Oh, down here. Not the Spriggans! Spriggans, what are Spriggans? We call them Oriel if there's many. It's just one. We say Oriels. Orielzai. They're cute. They can be naughty. Sometimes they run off with concept crystals, and Hermes has to run after them. Interesting that they use Hermes as the bird. My God, it's the shoe bill. I knew it. I knew I wasn't done with him. Don't know. Creature's perfect. Don't remember seeing it before. Perhaps it's new. There's True Radiance Mine. That's my power. This is gonna be a like Genshin Nahida moment. Alright, nothing going on its head. Can't read it, or maybe there's nothing to read. Here's what I'll try again with you this time. Greetings, can you hear me? This is my power. I can read the emotions of those around me and project my emotions onto the others in return. Not actually speaking to you in your mind, rather you are converting my emotions into words and intention, a process formed by subconsciously by intelligent life forms. Ability is vital by mission, for it allows me to interact with intelligent beings, even should they communicate via online light. This almost sounds like the Echo. Consequence, I'm clumsy in speaking. Yet though I struggle to express myself in this fashion, Hermes wants me to speak as much as possible. Everyone has thoughts and feelings that they may want to hide. Harbor an affection for one that's difficult to define. The fact that you share the common traits with us, your thoughts are complex, prismatic. They draw me in, leave me wanting to know more. I respect your price offering from using my power when speaking with you. Nevertheless, I want you to know that I wish to be your friend. Do you hear me? Good, now it's my turn again. So what are you good at? Fighting, crafting, gathering, playing. It's a secret. Gathering, like gathering, a gathering tool. What do you gather? Where do you go? How do you get there? Do you fly too? Bird! The bird is sus. I think we might be bothering it. This bird. I don't understand. Keep going, we'll go and see Ethan. You ain't next. She's usually in a small building. One on the west row. Yeah, I have disturbed the shoe bill. The shoe bill demands a sacrifice.
Hey, Kip, random question.
Uh-huh.
I didn't throw in an entire stack of purple dye at you at some point, did I?
At some point you did. Not like a 999 stack or anything like that, but you threw me I think like 50. Visit Medion, say that you brought a friend today. No, could you make me an apple? I mean, do you need it? I can see what I still have.
No, I'm just trying to find where it is.
And Hermes is covered in syrup. I want to share it with Kip. Oh, candied apple. Hermes is certainly partial to them. No, you can't eat Medion. You weren't made to do so. I like it too. You may seem that, but due to your it's your ability to share others' feelings. You've taken Hermes' likes for your own. In any case, I can't prepare an apple right now. I'll bring one to Hermes soon, I promise. Okay, but I wanted to show you my favorite thing. Then I could ask about yours, but I failed. That's what you like. Yes, I can feel it. Your joy and happiness makes me happy too. Thanks for sharing it with me, Kip. Walked in and talked up. Maybe Hermes has finished talking too. Should we go and see? Like getting hit with a sword. Fact. There, I can see the fresh air has done meaty and good. Learned about you and Elpis, so I taught her about this place, about my power, and about your favorite food. Not sure if the last one will be of any use. I do appreciate you keeping meaty and company. While you're away, I finished speaking with our guests. Finished? Hardly. You requested time to consider invitations, and we have no choice but to occupy ourselves with an inspection of your work. My apologies. Oh, downcast. It has been decided that MXL and Hythlodaeus will accompany me as I tend to my duties. If you wish to learn more, perhaps you would like to come too. Compelled to remind you that she is in no way associated with the Convocation. We simply chanced to meet at Propylion. There is no guarantee that the matters we discuss will remain private. I don't mind to see the joy her presence brings me to, and I cannot imagine our mysterious friend harbors malicious intent. Alright, really truly she taught me as much as I taught her. Coming, of course, to watch Hermes. You're both bound to learn lots and lots. Everyone is ready. There are a few creations I need to check on. First, we shall return to the spot where we found our wayward Ambystoma. Can we step outside a hub, for there may be more unruly creatures about? We are in 86. 87. 12 Wonders. We might actually go... We're gonna sidetrack for a second. I'm probably gonna hit a wall here. There's gotta be an edge here.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, I'm assuming we're going to be probably going north, and then we'll be going back south.
I'd offer you flight back, but I'm not part of it.
No, don't worry about it.
Ow.
Because technically, I should.
Here.
Yeah, you did. Because technically, I shouldn't even be here yet, or shouldn't even be there yet. You know, just trying to see where I'm going, trying to gauge the distance related to the Eureka buff areas. Oh, that's interesting.
I got a chunky new axe.
Nice. That's a fairy. When did you get it?
The level 89 warrior.
Wow, looks cool. Looks good.
Yeah.
I much prefer augmented thymosis, but that does go pretty hard.
Well, I don't have a Hades weapon, so.
Rose like, yeah, this is where I have my Hades weapon if I actually ran Hades.
I have a singular Hades weapon.
If Kip wanted to actually invite me to run Hades.
Yeah, if he didn't do it when I was unconscious every single time.
Damn, ain't that a bitch, ain't it? Like, just like
Hey,
every...
server running Hades. What time is it? Oh, it's 2 a.m. Eastern.
Butterfly. New species, Helota that we recently set loose. has been doing very well, managing to maintain a stable existence thus far. These observation periods end without issue. We will release it onto the world. We do the difference between living beings and arcane entities. In the presence of a soul, if the soul isn't something you can choose to have at will. No, it manifests only to those beings whose forms adhere to the laws of creation, those that endure on their own. Beings who do not fulfill this requirement, such as those spontaneously born to magic or natural phenomena, do not have souls. No matter how much it might resemble flora or fauna, such like a soul, then is considered an arcane entity. So you see, it is not for mankind to decide what is living. The domain lies beyond our manipulation. It's hubris to assume otherwise. But come, let us head to a nearby beacon and receive a report the arcane entities have gathered there. There's a whole eastern area too.
This place is big.
Yeah, no, it's very big. I'm trying to gauge a number of hours. How long it's good? Huh?
I just realized I was still missing a pip on my map.
Nice. Well, I'm trying to figure out how long it's going to take me to get through here. Probably, what, 3 hours start to finish from when we first got here?
Sounds about right.
Area.
Another one of those locations of what the fuck spawns up here, or is it just for pictures?
Probably just for pictures.
Because this place is really nice. And you can't get here without flight.
Oh yes, lightning new, much as the report said. All we call the structure beacon due to its form. In fact, a magical device by manipulating the balance of elements that keeps the isle airborne and maintains its climate thereupon. In the course of the operation, it often sees an internal shift towards a given element. Right now, the element is lightning, which draws the Enuma here to replenish our ether. Here is Metian is busy. Go to assist me in their stead and feed the Numa. Using this lightning converger, you can harness ambient lightning and focus into a ball, a veritable feast for our dazzling friends. We want to give it a try. Yes, we can feed. We can feed the feed the sprites. Target missed. Took off. I guess on the destination specifically? There we go. Perfectly done, look. Sip, 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 sip. How they gathered to feed, how they express themselves through their actions despite their lack of words. Speech is not a sole defining characteristic of thinking, feeling creature, nor is the silence indication they do not possess these qualities. Each soulless arcane entity such as the Numa, or an ephemeral life form such as the Hythlodaeus all seek to reform, to perpetuate their existence to survive. Good question. I can answer it with a theoretical standpoint, but ultimately falls to the Bureau of the Architect's past judgment. Bird. Those with exceptional vision, such as Hythlodaeus, may be able to ascertain her true nature, but to me it doesn't matter. She is herself, and that's all I need to know. Damn it, Selk. Finished already? I'm sorry, I was in the way. Don't worry, they missed nothing of note, and we will still have plenty of work for them to observe. Head east to the Morning Dew. I need to speak with some observers here. I think I'm itching to do some trials, actually. I'm gonna find a good stopping point soon, and then I'm gonna swap over.
Some trials.
Yeah, gonna do some dank tonight, do some runs, whether that's raids or EX runs. Just finding a good stopping place.
And 5 quests, you get another Aetherite crystal, so.
Let's plan for that then. And then I don't know if we're doing Hades or I don't know what we're doing, but we can do it. Let's get something going.
Yeah, well, enjoy your raid tonight because it is 11 p.m. I work tomorrow, so.
Got him. Rev's like, nah, I'm good. Ugh, awful.
I do have a job I have to do too.
Is it
Which
not?
is fair.
The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects.
Good boy.
So, how are we coming along?
Good boy. Flower.
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis. Entelekes. Like me.
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby. Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. While it has no will of its own, it is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
Right, calling back to that.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy. Dynamis, we call it. And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Entelekes.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleke!
That you are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
Him it sucks, like, excuse you?
Well, I had to pull.
Hardly
I gotta send
surprising.
you for when you finish
Dynamis cannot
stream.
be seen, much less felt.
What?
I gotta pull up a
And though
video
its
for you to
existence
watch
has
when you
long been
finish stream.
theorized,
Okay.
we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter, on account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis.
But in the absence of your stagnation of ether.
'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Netion?
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether. So much so that its name is derived from it. However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, Dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%.
Nice.
The more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities. 'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river...
And we're starting to see the Fandaniel that we knew.
Not that I have such grand ambitions. Nay. I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse. The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
That being Dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an entelechy. Like me. So... are we the same? Entelecchies.
Something. The Emmett Selk one. Oh my god.
That sounds more akin to the desperate flailings of a wild beast when facing imminent death.
You should have chosen the MSAC one.
I want to do.
Deficit of ether alone does not an entelechy make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with Dynamis.
Actually, Thancred could. This could actually have things for Thancred.
And limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You'd do well not to underestimate it.
Good boy.
Oh dear. I'd forgotten about the poor fellow. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
Not that irony wants to be able to make use of it even if we knew. It irks me to discover that there is an entirely different form of energy, and no one told me. Personal annoyance aside, Hermes' knowledge is undeniably impressive, given that there are none among the 14 who specialize in Celestial. It'd be a welcome addition. So me can be persuaded to join that, as I still can't understand his hesitation. What do you specialize in? Oh, you wish you know why Emmett Selk was chosen for the Convocation? I should be glad to share the tale. It began when... Not another word. Lest you've forgotten, we're here to learn about Hermes, not me. My misspent youth is not your concern. Emmett Selk, actually the degen. But accompany us, I suppose you should at least know what much. Convocation of 14's governing body that determines myriad policies. Our goal is to ensure that all is right with creation, that the star may know a brighter future. Name suggests the council is comprised of 14 offices, each of which is held by an individual chosen for their surpassing entities. Depending on the office, one is required to either be an authority in a certain field or possess skills that would facilitate the performance of their stipulated duties. The former category includes Metrons, specialist in aquatic life, Logriff, specialist in terrestrial life and husbandry, Halmaret, specialist in fungal and plant life. Emeralith, specialist in medicine and healing. And La Habrea, specialist in creation magics, who has brought forth phantom beings of the highest complexity. For the latter category, there is Ultima, advocate of the arts, Egeorm, champion of enlightenment and rhetoric. That actually tracks for Egeorm. Pashtera, preserver in discipline and order. We haven't seen Pashtera, have we? So, keeper of the ethereal realm or underworld.
Ashura?
Yeah. We haven't seen them, right? Vernacular. Pursuer of exotic phenomena. And as them, travel the world and counsel to the people. I should be revealing such details. You don't be silly. Even children know this much, and you would do well to remember it all. And plus to my satisfaction. Also with the creature, and just say won't be long released into the world. And their creation, however, reportedly isn't faring so well. The Charybdis. That's what I shall tend to next. Follow me, my friends, we shall return to the main aisle and head north.
I think we see him in a singular cutscene.
Maybe it was the Neobrala's cutscene.
Big gathering.
Yeah. But we haven't seen them since, so we assume they either got off-screened or they're not really doing anything. Because we don't know how many sundered Ascians there are left right now.
So we're not going to encounter Ultima or... I'm not even going to fucking attempt that other name. Starts with a D.
Guy says 2 red masks. Yeah. Gaius might have gotten to him.
Yeah. Guy says Ultimas and fucking... Dude, Dalaphon.
Bird! This bird glows. All your stuff is going well behind the scenes. It's going pretty well. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's been a time. I'm actually almost out of drive space, so I'm trying to wrap this up. Then there is a problem with one of the Charybdis. Yes, that's right. As you know, they're based on a sea creature, owing to adjustments to enhance its affinity to the wind, is capable of flight. Specimens treated from the concept could all fly without issue, but a problem arose in subsequent generations. And that one glows. This 3rd generation creature was born with an etheric balance, leaning strongly towards water, its aquatic origin reasserting itself, it would seem. Resulting being affinity wind is diminished, and it cannot fly it no matter what we try. We cannot get it to rise even the slightest bit. Such a change to manifest in a few generations, I fear they are too unstable. Flawed. With your permission, I will revert the creatures and recommend the Bureau concept be revised. Etheric balance leaning towards water, the Charybdis would indeed struggle to manipulate wind. It is too early to conclude that it cannot fly. Having failed at first, it may simply have developed a fear. They'll transform and fly with it, helping it manipulate the wind until it finds its wings. You can go to such lengths. Don't know, but of course not. Transformation is an art in which one manipulates vast quantity of ether to construct another body around oneself. In practice, this allows one to assume any conceivable form and thereby transcend the limits of one's flesh, which is what he did during the final fight with as himself Hades. Yet conveniently, maybe transforming in the presence of others is considered vainglorious in the extreme, uncouth and unseemly as running around robeless. Shameful. Am I to understand you make a habit of this? Nothing of the sort. I just want just that when transformed, I can wield the wind and fly. May seem excessive, but what is our shame next to the lives of these creatures? Is there ever a chance we owe them to do all in our power? Be that as it may. So I believe I have a solution of itself. May I trouble you to move that Charybdis away from its fellows, somewhere out of sight? Meanwhile, I'd like the rest of you to help me prepare here.
So, on Pastura.
Yeah.
Status unknown, last seen at the end of 2 point.
Yeah, so we have no idea where they're at. No mischief, I assure you. I would spare you the need to report your colleagues that Hermes committed an indiscretion. Have a little faith and run along. Tank up. I can tell you, actually. When I finish this section. If you don't mind. You doing? Emmett Silk is out of sight. Good. Now let's speak of the plan. It struck a genius. Really, we have Emmett Silk train the Sharbages. Aside from being able to fly untransformed, he can readily see ether currents. With his adept spellcraft, he can also employ suitable wind magics to guide the creature along. While he is indeed capable of all you described, it is not his duty I am loath to trouble him with. As I mentioned, it would also be for his own sake. With that settled, let us begin at once. When you go to Emmett Silk, tell him you have a favor to ask. He will be disinclined to cooperate at first, but you must be discouraged. Our friend of the trick is to be unflaggingly persistent. You go now, good luck. Your keyboard, I have a favor to ask. Okay. Gotta go to say. Egregious amount more than you'd expect. Yes, especially because I recorded at such a high quality. Really, it just comes down to, hey, oh darn, I just chillax the next few days, upload stuff, which means I can't stream because upload bandwidth is already being taken. Oh no, I go do something like play Yu-Gi-Oh or something. How dare. No, we're not in the tells. We're not doing that. Oh, no, you don't. I'm not lifting a finger. I don't know what Hythlodaeus is up to, and I will not be made to know. I refuse. He refuses! Oh, that's great.
Oh. No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
I love it. This is great. Knowing that we're the successor to Ozem as well, this is even
I'm given
better.
to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis.
Charybdis.
Quite willing to do so. And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emmett Silk. Please teach her to fly.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
My god.
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
This isn't the first time this interaction has happened either.
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
Please, Emmett Silk. Please.
That, oh, that was great.
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last.
Bully Emmett Silk. Peer pressure, exactly. That is Ann Horse. The hell is that?
I will aid it once it is taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Well, Let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we?
Oh no. That's the Shadowbringers Period. I should have that. Well, no, I got the deluxe edition, so I shouldn't have that actually. I don't know if you can still get that anymore.
You just buy them on the Mog Station.
Oh.
You can get every
Pre-order.
You were wondering why Emmett Selk joined the Convocation.
Neat.
Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even.
That's the mood. You have a and singular specialization.
Quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so.
So you become advisor status.
What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emmett Selk has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them. Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand. Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend. A singular soul who can't help but involve herself in the business of others. Where she walks, excitement is certain to follow. Her antics irritate Emmett Selk to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents.
Which is Shadowbringers.
And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world. And when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine. And together we may return to the star. Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you. I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
Snake has learned to fly.
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on. Why don't you go and signal to Emmett Selk? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
It's a neat interaction. It's cool to see. It's cool to see this all before the final days. Very cool. If I can target him. There you go. Emerging from his reverie, MX Selk notice soon begins to descend with the Charybdis. Bismarck sprouts, exactly! Oh, that's rough. I have no words to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, the Charybdis has learned to fly. Kip and I could relax and have a pleasant chat. I'm sure you did. Creature needed some small assistance at first, but soon it was flying more or less on its own. No doubt you'll need to repeat the lesson. Really impressive. Half expecting Zigbar to show up. It's all from afar and the cryptus flies. With this, we have proven that even a creature with skewed etheric balance is capable of flight. Though we helped achieve this, the cryptus is a herd animal. They may well aid their struggling kin in like fashion if the need arises. This is a mind I bid you to continue reserving them, or like other animals, will just let them just rot. That's what you want.
That's profiling. Just because it's a bunch of guys in black robes doesn't mean fucking Zigbar's here.
I don't know. Zigbar is always there, is what I've learned. She's just gonna show up out of nowhere. May say, rather than hoping an idealistic possibility comes to pass, would it not be simpler to have a concept adjusted? That way we could guarantee the abnormalities such as the specimen are never born in the first place. These creatures are already here. We will spare them no effort in giving them a chance to survive. As you wish, Chief, as you wish. Realized I probably should actually eat. I don't know what I remember what I actually ate. Oh, I had a sandwich earlier before I started stream. Probably eat something.
Yeah.
Other than chocolate bar, a quarter chocolate bar. I'm fine, don't worry. That concludes all my present tasks. Let's return to Agnorissus for now. All the way back here. It's a neat area. It is the calm before the storm kind of thing. Like, we are going to be going those last 2 levels of quests. You want to apologize for forcing me? Want to apologize for forcing me to help? Do you? Save your breath. You didn't force me to do anything. I merely chose the most expeditious way to have done what was an impediment to our business. Sure. Tell me, over the course of watching me, have you learned aught of value? I was say, curious that such an obscure phenomenon should be of interest to you. Hermes, was good fortune to find you here. Nothing the matter. I kind of am afraid it's done it again. No sooner did we release it for observation than set upon the nearby Okapites, slaughtering them. Was the creature hungry or somehow provoked? I had just fed them myself. The Okapites were keeping a wide berth. It is the nature of the Ekan to believe, the innate viciousness, temperament aside, is an outstanding creation, perfection, form, and function. Though it may not be suited for release, I have no doubt the Bureau will accept its concept for preservation. In any case, there's no point in postponing the inevitable, or else we'll revert them until the paperwork is in order. Where was the scene of the incident? Just off the path of the 12 Wonders as you make your way. You see it on the left. I don't know if Doris is still there, however. He wants to know. He needs to know. There's a reason he's the head. It was an L. Oh, God. These pronunciations are messing with me. Part of the work that I will observe we follow. Lycaon. Is it going to be some kind of wolf then? What are we looking at here? We got a Rickroll.
How's your Latin, Kev?
Not
There's
very.
a lot of that here anyway.
Not very. That is the answer. Not very. Butterfly. Oh, never mind. We're going south and then north? Weird.
Got to go clockwise.
No, probably end. There's a snake in my water supply. Fuck off, team. Oh my god. What are these puns, please?
Yeah, no, Kip, that part of the map I was missing, you see that little square you have on your, like, bottom right?
Yeah.
That's the one I was missing. I didn't even know it was over there.
Well, yeah, you have to fly over there.
Yeah.
Laceration burns are unmistakable. Lycan was indeed responsible. The dragons? With the creature is nowhere to be seen. Doros must have taken it away. Mem makes his base at 12 wonders, so go and seek him out there. Silk and I will search the area for good measure, just make sure that Lycan did not escape. I think so. Let's meet the 12 wonders when you have finished. Go on ahead, please follow. Tiny mount version via recruit a friend feathers. Oh, that's neat. Down the path and over the bridge. Now we're going out here. That's a tree.
This is the tree of friend.
That's a Yggdrant. It's Yggdrasil and Ent in one, like Treant, Trevenant, whatever. That's actually kind of a neat little combination of like prefix and suffix. Probably went out nice. I love it at Wolf. Half expecting that griffin to sucker punch the crap out of you. There it is, the 12 wonders. Hermes is looking for Doros. Let's look for Doros too. It's a man with long blonde hair. I think, I'll know when I see him. Hey. Accompaniment. If you're with Median, then I can assume you're from the Aaron with Hermes. What can I do for you? Wrong person. We're looking for Doros. I see we have similar hair, so people mistake us from afar. I hope you'll find him soon. Bird. Once I get back and record today's results, I should finally be able to put that report to bed. Not Doros' hair is long, but color is wrong. That is a whale. Well, Aetheryte has been attuned to. Doros, that's Doros. Well, now, if it isn't Median, what brings you here? I thought I heard familiar voices. Didn't realize you two had decided to help me search for Doros. Thank you. You're in charge of the... I'm gonna say just Lycanese, I think. Where are they now? Out in the fields and restraints, friends as they were. I wouldn't want to return them to Catesis. Once I have submitted my report, I'll see them reverted without delay. It's as he says, the beasts are indeed quite ferocious. One of the 14, what brings you here? Nothing you concern yourself with, as you were. You heard the news. Lycaon slaughtered Okipites. As the observer in charge, you're of the opinion it's not fit to be released. I am. The abnormal aggression and exceptional strength makes for a highly problematic combination. Matters not where they are released. Lycanese would threaten each other species, threaten the other species and upset natural order. Be it the specimens observer are an outlier. Highly unlikely. We've created a good many of them, all exhibited the same tendencies. And when we used Kairos to begin with the fresh slate, their behavior wasn't changed. Kairos? Memory reconfiguration system, the chief himself created it. Allows us to erase or alter memories, that we may observe creations with different environmental conditions without needing to remake them from scratch. Quite impressive and potentially dangerous depending on the intensity of that etheric emissions. I'm sure I may wish to have words with you. Rest assured, I've kept all values within prescribed limits and prevent misuse. Applications are limited to those authorized by the Chief Overseer. Do not misunderstand. To manipulate a subject memories is an intrusive act I deeply abhor, but is still preferential to execution. Come now, Chief. Let's not be melodramatic. What was born of ether is simply being reduced to its original state. I know this distinction concerns, but we mustn't lose sight of the bigger picture, making rational choices for the sake of a more prosperous star. But creation cannot properly be studied even with the aid of Kairos. We remake it if creation is deemed detrimental existence, we unmake it. 'Tis all for the greater good, and unquestioned necessity of such routine processes. I understand these things I do, would never think to unleash a clear and undeniable threat unto the world, yet insignificant though their individual lives may be next to all creation, it is still all the Lycans have. Or we seal their fates, we owe to these beings to exhaust all options to ensure that nothing has been overlooked. You insist, let me provide you with a full report, and we take it from there. Would it be possible for us to attend the discussion? The Emmett Silk may better carry out his duties. By all means. Or show them the meeting room. Hey man, other things are just things to be used and controlled like magic. That's what Hermes once told me. The discussion may take a while during which time. Etienne, are you feeling unwell? It's not me, Hermes, it's you. We'll go to the meeting, I'll stay with Kip. Those I am to impose, may I leave Etienne in your care again? You're dead, if you'll excuse me. And with something, the meeting will make Hermes sad. I want to cheer him up with a flower. Hermes likes flowers the most of all creations in Elpis. Most creations are expected to be interesting or beautiful or strong, better in some way. Flowers are different. They're designed to suit our emotions, what we feel, and what we want to convey. Hermes likes that. Can't make flowers, so in search of one. I want you to search with me. Let's start here at the 12 Wonders. We actually flew by any sort of trial. Where's the tree? They're too bright. You have to think about the recipient. That's what Hermes.
Another trial on Endwalker?
I was expecting another trial on Endwalker. Yeah, that was the expectation.
Nah.
Nah. Nah.
You get one.
Yeah, a tall cylinder rises before you. You crane your neck to look for flowers. No flowers. These are all apples. We could have covered them in syrup. Sit outside next. Don't worry, we won't wander far. It's playing the long game. This area is playing the long game. Field Zodiac game done. Nah, I forgot. My bad.
Yeah, exactly. What else will we fight, Kip? There's nothing else to fight.
Game over. Can't wait for Dawn Trail. Your beautiful flowers grow on the bed. Their mix of colors forming a pattern. Be better for Hermes. They're hedged in. Means we shouldn't touch them. They're either under observation or poisonous. Any other place should be fine. Let's keep going. That actually makes sense to hedge that off, actually. Familiar plant. That's gonna be... It's just gonna attack me. So a tall thing's an oddly shaped flower is mesmerizing in its undulations. A flower that can move. Hermes wasn't looking. It shot seeds in him. Not a good gift, maybe. If you're good spotting flowers, maybe find something soon. Yes, yeah, we did that in Omega. I want to fight the moon. The moon's going to be a trial, I'm calling it. The actual just moon. Like, we're going to Sonic Adventure 2 battle this.
Plus, we fucking, Cybertron when it decided to turn into a giant fuck off robot and fight people?
Maybe. Existential concept of chaos. No, we have to fight depression. I'm gonna go Marble. Look at it. Marble. Sudden little boost. It's a marble? Yeah, it is and marble. So Adonis, things around this mouth look like petals, but the flowers are orbs on its head. Like that swallowed him, he didn't leave his room for days. What do you think? Would he like it? Probably not. There's a little more maybe as far as the fields over there. I'll pick something up. I promise. Uh-huh. Sure.
I don't know, okay, just go keep frolicking through your fields with your new little sister. Like, that's all this is.
Fair enough. Green fields stretch out before you, ending where the sky began. Oh, there's nothing. Trying to think over there, what could it be? Is it going to be another one of the flowers? Another one of the mood flowers?
Elpis flowers.
Elpis flower. Nah, it's gonna be Akmor, and we're gonna have a dragon come down, just smite us. Elpis flowers, they're here too. Hermes likes and dislikes them at the same time. Like me, they're entelecchies. Like me, they feel his pain and turn dark. Only for Hermes, though. For others, they're always white and bright. Oh, inner turmoil, my dude.
Mm-hmm.
Truly, the flower was dark in your home? And do you have it too, a dark emotion? I see. Hermes has known the feeling of that party who is gone again and again, but no one notices. Won't you lend it to me, your pain and sorrow? Probably not. I want you to make the flower dark in front of Hermes. Oh, for empathy's purpose, got it. He has been in a dark place since before he created me. He needs to know that he isn't in this alone, that there are others are sad too. Ah, yes, I shall pour my PTSD into this flower.
Ah, yes.
And make this motherfucker wilt. Oh my god. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, Hermes reacts to go and fetch him. Hermes goes, oh dear god, not you too.
Oh, this one's fucked up too.
My god. Adopt you as an older sibling, please do not resist. Exactly. Seems they're still talking. Let's wait until they finished.
Apparently there's a hunt train running through here. Didn't notice.
Hunt train. Rev, get on it.
It's already left.
How could you?
It's a bullet train, so it's moving quick.
Hermes!
Oh, you were waiting for me.
You've finished talking?
Yes, we've come to a decision. My thanks for keeping Meteon company. Emmet Selk and Hythlodaeus have already retired to their rooms. There is room for you too, if you would follow me.
Wait! I want to show you something first.
Elpis flowers?
Go on. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not alone.
I see Meteion has shared much with you.
He has a very long neck.
May we talk a moment?
Hedgehog.
I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place. And yet, in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt. Do you recall what Hythlodaeus said when we first spoke of my nomination? Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will. And when they depart, it is always beautiful.
But it's not.
Perhaps it is. But only for man. Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought. Some scarcely born into the world, afforded a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished. We make an effort to spare them the pain. But they sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear. And it is not beautiful. Yet no one cares. No one. So fixated are we upon the duty that we do not pause to question the method. Pain and suffering, confusion and despair, writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures. Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance. Not amiss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white. A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this aberration? Then I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I am filled with dread. But now I know I'm not alone. Not the only one for whom the flowers weep. I won't ask what you thought as you kneeled beside the Elpis, or if you only did it at Meteion's insistence. Nevertheless, I thank you.
Well, we don't know if he succeeded the Fandaniel seat not yet or not. We know that there's certain parallels.
You too have experienced suffering is a comfort.
But also, new Fandaniel as a Mon chose not to really care about his past.
To so willingly lend an ear to ease my burden, you are a strange one. The stars in the heavens. Know you what they are? Though it is too far to tell, each glittering light could be a world not unlike Aetheris. A world filled with life. So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there? What is it that gives their lives meaning? That drives them day after day after day? To pose that question to our undiscovered cousins, I created beings of dynamis, who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars. Meteion and her sisters. Aye, sisters. She has a great many of them. and they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life. As one might expect, exploration on such a grand scale is rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show for it. But I have faith that we will make some manner of discovery ere long. And when we do, I should be glad to share our findings with you, in gratitude for your kindness. It's getting rather late. We had best find our beds. It would not do for both of us to be sleep-deprived on the morrow. Come, Meteion. Let us head back.
We also don't know how close this is to the final days. Big island. Zondia wasn't a primal, like, so he couldn't have tempered to anybody. That's that we know of yet. Prodigal Familiar returns and after causing all manner of trouble while we were in a meeting, I'm sure. I love this man, the sass. I'll prevent interlude perhaps, but time I attend to my next task. Then Selk and Hythlodaeus were aware, we reached a verdict regarding the fate of the Lycans. 7 were created for observation. 7 must be unmade. Doros has followed the correct protocols, and the Chief Overseer can find no fault in his judgment. The Lycans will disrupt the natural order, ravaging and consuming other species until they themselves starve and perish. They cannot be released into the wild, and they cannot be allowed to remain here in Elpis. Tend to petition the Bureau of the Architect to have the concept preserved as a restricted purpose hazardous life form. Hythlodaeus has pledged to support me in this endeavor. Yet, whatever the Bureau decides, existing Lycans have served their purpose. The Fermi Paradox? I'm not unfamiliar to it. Has already isolated the creatures and preparing to carry out the necessary measures. Join him forthwith. The duty to witness the conclusion to this study. And Emmett's familiar. Yeah, I do. Emotional support. Emmett Selk is following me too. We are resolved. Accompany you. So let's be off then when we return to the main aisle. Trying to wait for a specific point. Yeah, so we can't even reach that upper aisle. Okay.
I will let you know when you hit the quest.
Well, I'm not going to be going for much longer, because I do want Burger.
This quest and the next, and that is a good stopping point.
Yeah, I was going to give it like 3 more quests. I haven't found anything yet. No, yeah, Dead Space actually has an answer to the Fermi Paradox, which is rather interesting. And then I need to actually go and convert a lot of that stuff, and I need to actually start uploading it. Because I need to get all of Shadowbringers up. I need to get this off my hard drive.
How much is it? About 400 gigabytes?
Something about that, I don't know. It's excessive, is what it is. Oh, puppers. Doris, I heard what happened here. They caught me off guard, had them bound with ethereal shackles, but they became frenzied even more so than usual and broke free. Able to stop before the other 3 escaped.
Oh, shit.
That's a dick tree.
Oh, wait.
I see them to have taken the air above the 12 Wonders. Step ahead, lurking in the fields. You and Kip handle that one. Pair in the sky, you can leave to me. How it must end, and so be it. Render assistance of itself and needed as though it is. You Stay here with Doros. Oh, Median might actually get ganked here, actually. Must be averted. I would spare you that pain in mind. My burden, not yours, but if you're intent on helping, then please follow my lead. Hermes, you will need someone when the time comes. Well, it's not... The cultists are a byproduct of the necromorphs. That's a byproduct of the marker. It's just the Brethren Moons doing Brethren Moon things. Appreciate your help and lament that it is necessary. There it is, our quarry within striking distance is present, but it feels threatened, and hopefully beyond our reach. Here's my plan. You approach slowly in full view and draw the Lycon's attention. Now, I warn you, its abilities are as fire as the temperament. Once it spot, you'll unleash orbs of flame. Fear not, by my measure, you are more than equal to the task. Withstand the onslaught for a few brief moments, and that will give me time to catch it unawares. Ready? Then let us begin. Ah, yes. Stun the fireball. Guys, just floating there. Just say it's up. The counter's actually kind of goofy. I love it. And the gummy's almost left your system. Well, I mean, Rev's got another fucking bar to eat.
Bold of you to assume I only have one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have another bar to eat.
5 or 60 or something like that.
You'll be able to make it to work on time tomorrow. You'll be fine.
Oh, I'm not eating one tonight. Fuck that.
You're like, nah. I feel like these orbs are really tanky, actually.
They're orbs. I guess everyone was eating spicy food yesterday.
I don't even remember if I ate yesterday or not. I think I did.
You had bread and cheese.
Yeah. Look, I think I ate later. Think is the keyword. I actually don't even remember anymore. I should probably stop that shit.
I think the steak was the day before yesterday.
Yeah. Because I had dinner that day. My God.
No, I don't think you ate yesterday except for bread and cheese.
Probably didn't. I might have gone out and got something then. I don't actually know. Quest, did you bug out?
You want to talk to the NPC that's standing next to you?
Its destination was on the ground. It was green.
Ah, yes, let's put a green destination on the green fucking grass.
I don't know. I have to ask. My default is, did I bug out a quest? Because it happens more often than not. Just yoinked it down to earth.
Caduceus staff.
Yeah.
Or Catechus.
Forgive me. Please, forgive me. May you and your kin find peace. Wherever your souls may drift in the underworld, may you find tranquil seas. Be not forgotten. In concept endure, to reclaim form and one day live again. Serve not the star, or any purpose save your own. Live again, if that be your desire.
This model up close is actually kind of rough. I can see the seams. It's cool, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, really close up does not do it justice.
If that be your want, ye are worthy. But leave your suffering behind. Lay down your burdens, be born anew. Fly high, fly free.
Meaning they did make it. Yeah, I heard about the mount. I heard the mount exists.
Join the Convocation, Hermes. You do not belong here.
Leave to replace another. To be replaced. It changes nothing.
There he is.
Tell me, do you think it right that we sacrifice all these lives for the sake of the star? And when the star has reached perfection, what then? If all who are satisfied choose to die, shall we all die in satisfaction? I do not know. Were I to take up the seat of Fandaniel, it would be tantamount to approving my predecessor's death. I do not know if it is right. And to be torn by such thoughts, I do not know if I am fit to represent mankind.
I respect his viewpoint.
Hermes! Please don't be angry. It hurts so.
She's there for
Forgive
more of
me.
his benefit than her.
If you would still consider me in spite of everything, I beg some time to gather my thoughts. Meanwhile, Hythlodaeus, I fear I must trouble you to attend to the others.
'Tis no trouble at all. Take as long as you require.
And you, my friend, I pray you find that which you seek.
I expect we have some few matters to discuss. Shall we return to the 12 Wonders for a time?
Aye.
We're gonna romp around with the Ascian bros in Mankar Cameron's paradise. That's the meme here, right? About to hear Mankar Cameron talk about a bunch of Daedric princes. My cousin's been taken care of. Incident resolved, and my life in Elpis continues to be normal, or ends, as the case may be. Rationally speaking, I understand Hermes' argument. No matter how well served the rest, there's a pang of sadness when colleagues leave us. Never has a departure caused me so much grief as Hermes appears to feel. What must be like to experience such torment? Oh no! Oh, that's And so you search for what's in their power to give it, but I believe it would make a fine Fandaniel. And if he rejects us out of hand, we will all be lesser for it. This is the first of the 87 too. Where to now, if there's anywhere you'd like to visit before we leave, I should gladly show you the way. Hermes has not yet outright refused the proposition, and the Convocation has merely postponed this decision. So I may well resume my assessment if we cannot accompany him. I will content myself with questioning his colleagues. However, the pragmatists allow me to remain at your humble guide. What of you, Kip? Will you come along with us? Whenever all fellowship travels are unbroken, I say we explore another part of Elpis. See what our new encounters are like to be had. Follow me. We'll be the first back towards Agnoresis. Their expansion's just so goddamn thick. Actually, I haven't seen Baka yet. I wonder if he's off work yet, or if he ended up staying late again. I know he's been staying late recently because, well, one, his job, two, a lot of weird people. I don't know if I'll stream it tomorrow. I might do it in server thing, just when we're doing Hades. And whatever else we're doing, if people need raids and stuff. Or I put in a bunch of stream hours this week anyways. And you said with the Mythic Dawn, God. Great. Need to find the plugin where I can play Morrowind inside with the 6th house. If we follow the path northwards to Netonius. We find one of Neas, which facilitate travel between the islands of Elpis. First time travels must be accompanied by someone with a requisite position, which I have previously been granted. We only need to use the device together once, and henceforth, we'll be able to use it freely. Shall we? Gnosis will always get me. I don't actually know the meaning that it says here. That just reminds the tree reminds me of a Pokemon berry, like the shape. Reminds me of a berry from like Gen 3, like the Kelpsy berry or something. No, because we did just hit 87. So we'll have another arc here. Where it says when he asks you his day off. I must bring him Keening and Sunder. We must finish a Kulikan. We must not destroy the heart of Lorcan. Here we are, Nataneus. Neas will take us to Alamelios Zephyros, the western off. There it is right there, looming large over us. Step this way and we can admire the view from above. Agranak ain't gonna need those tools anymore. Oh hey, I didn't know we're just playing Breath of the Wild now.
I present to you Calamelios Zephyros.
Yeah, I did not pronounce that word right the first time.
Here you will find a number of testing facilities, as well as the observation hub of Poiton Oikos. Right then. Let's begin by... Well, well. An Arraius. How delightful.
You want that crystal. He needs it. Hands of sweaty mom spaghetti. Oh, wait a minute.
And what, pray tell, is that?
That is a big boy.
Ah, that's a new species of shark. We approved the concept but a few days ago.
Look at this absolute unit.
Sharks are among the most popular sea creatures. Rare is the day when someone does not submit a new concept.
I feel like this is breaking the fourth wall a little bit.
At first, they were largely orthodox. Consideration given to such things as size and environmental impact. And then a whimsical someone thought to bestow it with flight.
Where's my text box?
Superior intelligence. And then the floodgates burst. Concepts with multiple heads, or arms, or legs, or arms and legs, and so on and so forth. It was getting absurd.
Yeah, decided you
A
don't need
part
it
of
anymore.
me wanted to tell them to go away and find something
It's
else
the
to create.
idea of your
But
character's
in
fucking
the end, I
zoning
couldn't
out
deny
right
their
now.
passion. And here we are.
Yeah. I checked. It's not the overlay. Did Hythlodaeus just Dragoon us? Oh my god, she's just a Dragoon. No.
That was too close. Are you unharmed? Well now, if it isn't a pair of familiar faces.
Banar, that we should meet you here.
Yeah.
As I mentioned earlier, the better part of the Convocation holds that when we retire is when we return to the star. Well, she is not among said majority. Even after stepping down, she carries on with her work.
Not how that
Banar
works.
is her name, and she is the previous Azem.
Oh, okay. That's a development.
It has been a while, Hythlodaeus. You look well. Less so, Emmet Selk. I dare say the lines upon your brow have both deepened and doubled in number. A shame for one so young. You must make an effort to frown less often.
Oh, I'm sure. in his other incarnations down the line, it doesn't get better.
Easier said than done, thanks to your unruly successor.
Amazing.
How is she, if I may ask?
Incorrigible as ever. Rushed headlong into a volcano on the brink of eruption just the other day. I should be glad to share the tale in its entirety later, if you're so inclined.
Oh, you know I am. Now then, you are?
I am very small.
I say, have you perchance come from the future?
But no, you can't just ask people that. Emmet Selk, please.
I do not believe we have ever met, yet I sense my magic upon you. Therefore, if I wove the enchantment, I could only have done so at a later point in time.
Wow, well, you didn't have to out me right here in front of Emmet Selk. Come on now. It is 10 o'clock at night and these dogs are like
If I
fighting.
may ask.
Wild.
A traveler's ward, of course. It prevents the corruption of one's ether.
Primals, they would know what you're talking about.
I see you are not ignorant to its presence. And while there are many protective spells, the one you bear is unmistakably mine.
Hold on. From the future? That's absurd.
I'm in trouble.
What is it? Are you unable to speak of the matter?
The reality to which you must return exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present.
Which we're also no better than the Forum at this point.
So, your actions here will not change your history, but they may yet affect the course of ours. How very exciting. I'm quite fond of delving into the unknown, and there's naught more unknown than the future.
The equivalent of someone's Lucky Charm, right?
Until a moment finally arrives, we cannot know for certain what will come to pass, regardless of our supposed foreknowledge, so you needn't worry for us. More importantly, that you should go to such great lengths as to travel unto the past bespeaks the gravity of your quest. Will you not reveal it to us? Mayhap we can be of aid to your cause.
If this is true, then you've been keeping quite the secret to yourself.
He's so annoying.
As a representative of the Convocation, I will hear it all. Your identity, purpose, everything.
It depends if this exists in a vacuum or not.
Why don't we move to a place more conducive to calm conversation? I've been working here for some days now at an old friend's behest. If it is agreeable, we may make use of my accommodation at Poiton Oikos.
I'm gonna get that ether right though. It depends if this exists in a vacuum or not, because he says we cannot change the past, and it's like, even if we say something, it shouldn't matter, hypothetically.
I'm pretty sure you're saying we
have
cannot
watched you
change
so
the past in
clearly,
the terms of
and
if
sent
we
you
change the
unto
past,
myself
we
in the past.
might fuck something up tremendously.
I've read it in a completely different context, to be fair, it depends.
Yeah. Like
It's precisely
butterfly
the
effect
sort
kind
of
shit.
mischief
Like,
I would get up
oh
to.
shit, we just fucked something
I'm
up.
quite
and,
inspired, if I do say so myself.
Right. This is why I have issues with time travel. Like, if it was in a vacuum, we were here, but it was a closed system, and then we returned, I would be more fine with it. The fact that we could be getting into butterfly effect territory, that, I need to see how this develops. You're a harmless stray familiar. As far as I'm concerned, this nebulous talk of future, this enchanting history can wait. First, we find exactly who you are, what you hope to achieve here. Future, our future. I'm definitely curious to hear more. My apologies, but we'll move along. A colleague has tasked me with a matter which I'd rather not leave unresolved. While finding a certain concept engraving crystal with the quick-fingered Orlas which made off with it. Let's see, might have seen the culprits before being distracted by the business of the shark, which like to follow the ethereal trail. That would, of course, lead us away from the Orlas. There's no guarantee that it hasn't dropped or snatched away the crystal you seek. Please. I'm supposed to be enormously helpful while you were hunting down the thief. You follow behind me and scour the forest floor just in case. Could I ask you to join the search? It would be appreciated if the pair of eyes to cover the land was to the west of here. Many thanks to a small bridge leading to Point Norcos. Let's meet up there once we've exhausted our efforts. I'm assuming I might be able to actually attune to it since we just got here. I would love to be able to. No, let's do this properly. I do want that burger, though. I've been craving burgers like the past week and a half. I don't understand it. Find this damn thing. Let's see. Opinion on Pez. Like the candy? Not really any opinion. I mean, I used to like them. I used to like the fruit, like the flavored ones. I don't know. I haven't really had them in a number of years. It's kind of like, I don't know, like asking like orange Tic Tacs. I had them once upon a time. They were great. My middle school used to deal them like people, you know, deal drugs. That was a huge thing for people back in my middle school. But yeah, the Tic Tac trade was rather lucrative for some people.
Do they still make Pez or orange Tic Tacs for that matter?
I'm assuming they would still make both. I just haven't had them. I wonder if they make Cracker Jacks. Actually, I haven't seen those in a hot minute.
They still make Cracker Jacks. I bought a bag today and they're fucking delicious still.
They go hard.
Oh my! They don't give you the little prize in the bag anymore. That's
oh, that's rough. I mean, that makes sense.
Well, yeah, FDA.
Yeah. Last searcher returns. I'm afraid Orlas no longer had the crystal, nor was able to find it as I followed him in its wake. I don't suppose you fared any better. Take your crystal. Crystal, well done. Wonderful. Now I can focus on the tale without the missing concept nagging at my mind. You always had a knack for finding things. You could say that. Oh, you two, some of us seem rather destined to always be searching for ourselves and for others. Long ago, when I held the seat of Zem, I was forever trekking back and forth across the star in search of answers, people's problems. Naturally, the need for such journeys has lessened considerably since I entrusted the position to my whimsical successor. Yet I'm still eager to come running, should an acquaintance of new interest require my personal attention. What brings me to Elpis, in fact, many times my presence has been requested. My opinions sought, concentrated the habitat of this or that creation. Reading to help locate that missing crystal is a minor distraction, which now promises to become a major revelation. Strange and wonderful it is, but one thing leads to another, wouldn't you agree? Now it's time for a return to the stolen property. Like you go on ahead in my accommodation, I will join you as soon as I have attended to the task. Follow the path straight ahead to the building on the top of the slope. I have an entire place to myself, so you can speak there without fear of being disturbed or overheard. Powder out sat between Emmett and Fandaniel, and Zem between Logret and Elpis. God, so much Ascian context. Are you the Watcher? In the scene before someone create, you just recently. God. They're like shitty elves. Oh, hey, look it. It's the fairies, the Eurekan fairies. A taxonomist art of medium of names. My job to adorn the flora and fauna of the Theros, such as creatures you see here with names of natural beauty. Cool. I'm gonna tune to this. Happened to Egeorm? Eventually. Alright.
I can find out. I have the thing pulled up.
I am actually running out of time on my hard drive, so we're going to call that there. We have some spicy new Endwalker once I get all of these uploaded. So see you in the next time on the TV channel.